There is a lot going on in the market. So first of all, we got to talk about Square. We got to talk about PayPal. We also have to talk about Zillow. Is Zillow calling the top of the housing market? There's a lot going on in kind of micro spaces of the market that might be telling us what is coming. And though you never want to own something that's falling, we want to look at whether, in fact, Zillow laying off hundreds of people, Better doing the same thing, and then looking at Square and looking at PayPal and talking about what's going on with Jack Dorsey stepping down from Twitter. There's a lot to get covered, and we don't have a lot of time to do it, so stick around. Hey everyone, this is RC Peck, and this is my weekly update with Fearless Wealth. So we have a lot to cover today. I'm going to jump to the price charts pretty quickly, but we're going to have maybe 2 or 3 main themes today. One, I'm going to call, it's kind of a crypto theme. It's kind of a super app. You're going to be hearing that term super app a lot. You're also going to be hearing crypto and blockchain and decentralized more and more and more and more. We're going to talk about that and how to position. And we're also going to talk about Zillow and them laying off hundreds of people. I mean, they have more data on the real estate market than anyone, and their stock really has crashed. So we have to look at that and see what's going on. Oh, I'm sure I'll throw in a cryptocurrency here or there too. So let's jump to the price charts. And let me just say this, even if you don't care about crypto or Zillow, or you rent and you don't own, this is going to still matter, because what we're doing is we're understanding how to read price charts and have the price charts tell us what's going on and not news outlets. Okay, so first, just quickly, DBC. A lot of people woke up Friday morning to seeing their DBC or PDBC. They're ultimately the same symbol, PDBC. I'm not talking about the correction there, but people woke up to a 25, 50% correction in PDBC or DBC because they are coming out with a huge dividend on December 10th. So it will all get adjusted. And even if you look in the price chart, this is live Friday. It's actually not even showing up in here. And as I record this Friday during market hours, DBC and PDBC is up. Okay, so I got that out of the way. So is Zillow calling a top to the market? And this is a fair question. One of my clients emailed me this. So this is Zillow. There's its peak right there. And Zillow fell 74%. That's a lot. Let me just zoom out maybe one more year just so we can look at this a little bit. But what I see is Zillow, to me, looks like a buy right around here. They ventured into buying houses, and they did a really, really, really bad job at it. And it was a total mess up. And so what you're seeing here is, it's still a big company, $15 billion market cap, but down 75%. So you're seeing the market say that was a dumb idea, CEO, to go into buying houses and paying 10, 20% above, and then selling them and losing money on almost every house you bought. So that's what the market did. It's more than a slap on the wrist, but Zillow's not calling the top of the market, of the real estate market. What it's calling, the price of Zillow is saying, is you did not execute on what you were going to do, which was get into the house buying arena. And they messed up on that. And it fell 75%. If you're worried about the housing market, I suggest you look at XHB. XHB is the S&P Home Builders ETF. And this is going to give you a much better understanding if you want to look at a price chart with companies and employment and employers and all those good things behind it. I would look at XHB and ask XHB. It's hard to say that. Is it worried about the housing market? And if you look at this price chart, the answer is no, not. It's not worried about the housing market at all. The other thing you could do too is just look at the real estate ETF, the Real Estate Select Sector Spiders Fund. Whew, that's a mouthful. And you could also look at this, and it's just kind of going sideways for the last few months. So sideways is okay. But it's a good question to ask, and you want to ask it to the broader sector, housing sector. So that will give you the answer. So no, Zillow is not calling a top. Okay, second, let's talk about Square. We're going to talk about Square and PayPal. I'll maybe throw Twitter in there just because Jack Dorsey stepped down from Twitter. He's putting all of his attention now on Square. He's renaming Square to Block. Now, look, say what you want about Jack Dorsey. Amazing person, amazing founder. Good that he stepped down from Twitter because he wasn't really paying attention to it. But he is going to put his full attention on Square. Right now, the market doesn't like the changes that Jack Dorsey is talking about. It's not just a name change. But he is moving Square firmly in the direction towards crypto, blockchain, decentralization, super app. And right now, the market absolutely does not get it. And that's fine. It will turn out to be a buying opportunity. Now, whether the buying opportunity is today when it's down 38%, or if it's got to fall 45 or 50%, just as a quick look, I really don't see Square dropping way down here. I mean, if it drops down to that zone, I mean, that is a massive drop from its peak. And it's 65%. I know Zillow just dropped 75%, but Zillow is much smaller than Square. Even now with Square being down 37%, it's still an $81 billion market cap company. So it being down 37% now, if you're looking for a buy and forget, this would go on the short list, though maybe not right now or today, especially because it's down on a Friday going into the weekend. PayPal's kind of the same thing. PayPal wants to and is turning towards, Web 3.0, decentralization, crypto, blockchain. You're going to hear those terms more and more and more, and it's doing the same thing. The other term you're going to hear more and more is super app. And so PayPal's doing the same thing, and they're, of course, getting beat up too. And let's see how much PayPal's down. PayPal's already down 42%. I was saying to my investing, trading, coaching clients that this would be a logical place for PayPal to find buyers if you're looking for a place that there may be a potential bottom. But one of the things I teach in my trading class is actually to use super, super, super clear signals so you know exactly when to get in and to get out if you want to trade this. So that's Square and PayPal, and man, they are really getting hit right now. And look, Apple's gotten hit in the past. Amazon has been hit badly, and they've been hit when the market has done well. So I believe both of these should go on your short list. Okay, and I got one more thing. I've been watching Solano and super zoomed out, but let me just show you what I mean. And then let's get this down to 2 years here. Nope, I can take more time off because I want to zoom in a little bit more. So this is what I notice most about Solana. First of all, it's going up and to the right. It's about a $75 billion market cap entity. I know with Web 3.0, they use the word coin and not shares. They use the word project and not company. It's all the same thing. It's just a way for them to differentiate themselves. But Solano is a entity. It is a company. And they don't have shares. They have coins. What I like is it's hanging out above its old lifetime highs from way, way, way back in September. And it's going to go sideways a little bit, but it's really acting in a way that you want. And I've talked about this a lot with my clients, that there's a way to own crypto so the volatility of it actually is a feature and not a bug, right? And there's a way to own both from a trading point of view and a buying, investing point of view, where you're actually not caring that much about the volatility. Okay, last symbol is Algorand. This is another crypto. It has a very similar behavior to Solano in the sense that it is hanging out above its lifetime highs. Now, I don't know what it's going to do today, tomorrow. If anyone's watched the cryptoverse, you know that these symbols can move very fast in both directions. But if you look at the screen here, what your brain can clearly see is the direction is actually up and to the right. And you can even do the same thing if you look at the second largest ETH, even if you look at Ethereum, which is also has volatility, but if you notice, it's short-term volatility. And like, I want you to hear what I'm going to say, because I was about to say it at the same pace I've been speaking during this video. I want to slow down and say something that is really important. Crypto is giving you short-term volatility, but long-term growth. The US dollar has almost no volatility, but is giving you long-term loss, right? It loses about 3% of its purchasing power every year, but short-term volatility is almost nothing. Crypto is the opposite. It has shorter term volatility, but long-term stability, and its trend is very clear. It's going up and to the right. And the way I think you should think about Ethereum is a language that an entire technology is being built on top of. So if you remember the language HTTP, I have to even think what it is, Hypertext Transfer Protocol. Basically, the internet was built on top of that. Imagine if HTTP was a company. Well, that's Ethereum. It's a language, right? Or it's a technology, but let's call it a language that this Web 3.0 is getting built on top of. So it's going to act very differently from the sense that it can be much, much bigger than an Apple or even an Amazon. Lots of crazy things going on, everyone. Lots of movements going on in the market. So let me wrap this up for you. Volatility is fine as long as you understand what type of volatility that is, right? Is it volatility in a sideways price chart? Is it volatility in a downtrending? Is it volatility in an uptrending? And there's definitely a lot going on with this Web 3.0. One day I'll stop doing the air quotes around it. But that's where the world is moving. I appreciate you guys being in my world. Please let me know where I got it right, where I got it wrong. Leaving a comment, I will respond to them. Even if they're aggressive, I still will. And if you like this, you're going to love our other videos. So thanks so much, guys. I appreciate all of you, and I will see you on the next video. Okay, bye.